Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Baybars Karakawali, and I'm the Tax Research and Planning Officer at the Hawaii Department of Taxation. Since the Commission will elect a chair and vice chair later today, I will be the presiding officer until then. I would like to call the meeting to order. Today is January 15, 2026, Thursday. It is now 2:03 p.m. This meeting was duly noticed in accordance with the Sunshine Law of the state, which I will talk about in my presentation today. And we have a quorum with 6 members currently. We're expecting one more member to join shortly. I would like to share my screen and to facilitate, we will be making some introductions. This is the first meeting of the Tax Review Commission. As you know, the Tax Review Commission meets every 5 years. It consists of 7 members who are appointed by the governor and with the consent of the Senate. It's based here in the Department of Taxation for administrative purposes, and the members otherwise receive no compensation for their services. So thank you all for your service. I want to start by just giving a brief summary of the agenda. This was posted publicly, again in accordance with the Sunshine Law. It has to be posted within 6 days of the meeting. And we will start the meeting with opening remarks from Hawaii Department of Taxation Director Gary Suganuma, who is here with us, along with Deputy Director Kristen Sakamoto. So Gary, if you may.
Oh, sorry. Good afternoon. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, commissioners and everyone else who might be joining us today. My name is Gary Suganuma. I'm the Director of the Department of Taxation. First of all, thank you for being here as we kick off the first meeting of the 2025 through 2027 Tax Review Commission. To the commissioners, congratulations on your appointment and thank you for your commitment to public service. Pursuant to our state constitution and Hawaii Revised Statutes, Chapter 232E, this commission is an independent body entrusted to conduct a systematic review of Hawaii's tax structure, utilizing standards such as equity and efficiency. Thus, all of you will be working together in the coming months to evaluate how our current tax system serves the people of Hawaii. Since your findings and recommendations are required to be submitted to the legislature, the work you do now has the potential to influence future tax law and policy changes. The department is fully committed to supporting the commission with any tax research, data, and other information that we can provide you with. Just so you know, last year the legislature appropriated $200,000 to fund the commission's work for the current fiscal year. That's money that the commission can use to cover any costs associated with the work that you do, including the cost for any consultants needed to help you with your study and review of the Hawaii's tax structure. Because we're already halfway through the current fiscal year, we have a supplemental budget request, the department does, to shift the $200,000 that was appropriated for the current fiscal year, to have that shifted to fiscal year 2027, just in case you're not able to spend the funds before the end of the current fiscal year, which ends on June 30th, 2026. So there is a plan. If you can't spend the money by the end of the current fiscal year, we do have a request so that the funds will be available for your use after July 1st of 2026. So with that, again, thank you for your willingness to serve on the commission. We look forward to working with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Director. Just a quick note. I see that our member Jessica Enos is in the participants list, not on the panelist list. Jessica, if you can hear this, I forwarded the email. You need to log out and re-log back in as a panelist. I just re-forwarded you that email. So please open your email and use that link to connect. I will share my screen again. So before we get to anything substantive, I just wanted to start with introductions. I'll start on our end, the commission staff. So as I mentioned, Rick Tuliao is the administrative assistant for our office, Tax Research and Planning here at DOTAX. He's also assisting the commission administratively. So he's handling all the communications, setting up the meetings, preparing minutes for the meetings, doing all the paperwork and many more tasks. So thanks, Jessica. I think you did log in because you used my my login information. It labels you as
Sorry about
with
that.
my name. No worries. I think you can change your name. There's a way to do that. Myself, let me very quickly. I'm the Tax Research and Planning Officer, so I manage this office here at DOTAX. I'm also I'm the Executive Director for the Commission. So what this means is in this role, I provide research support through our office and facilitate Commission's work. So I also make informational presentations to the Commission, just like today. And finally, I might myself engage in Tax Review Commission related research and present my findings if needed. I would now like to open the floor. I would like the commission members to please introduce themselves briefly. To make things easier, I listed the names here in alphabetical order. So starting with Judy Chalk, I mean, can we please have a few minutes each to introduce yourselves, please?
Sure. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Judy Chalk. I am a CPA and a tax partner based in Honolulu office for Single EWAC. My profession background includes over 20 years of tax experiences in federal and state tax for Big Four companies. I worked there for at least 15 years, and then 2024, I switched to Single EWAC, which is a California-based CPA firm. We have about 20 offices across the country. My main focus is complex income tax and pass-through entities in a nonprofit and a benefit plan compliance. I really appreciate the opportunity to serve on the Tax Review Commission and looking forward to working collaboratively with all the members and the staff in reviewing Hawaii's tax system and making thoughtful recommendations to the legislature. Thank you.
We'll move on to Jessica next.
Hi, I'm Jessica Enos. I'm also a CPA. I have my own firm now, but my background started in Big Four back at Arthur Andersen. And so I've been doing this also for over 25 plus years. My business does focus on a lot of business entities and partnerships, flow-throughs, real estate, and what the like. Yeah, so that's me.
Thank you. Next, we have Mark.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mark Fukunaga. I'm the executive chairman at Surfco Pacific. Previously, I was the CEO there for 30 years. And I guess my interest in tax policy goes all the way back to, I think, being starting my career as a corporate lawyer and working on various projects that involved all sorts of tax issues. And since then, in my current capacity, just dealing with tax issues regularly, but also I think having an interest in the state's economy and how tax intersects with the objectives we would like to have overall for the state and its economic growth.
Thank you. Next, we'll hear from Stacy.
Hi, I'm Stacy Katakura. I'm the CEO and founder of Accumulus. We're an outsourced accounting and advisory firm based in Honolulu. We've been in business for about 9 years. Our focus is primarily supporting small businesses and nonprofits. I started my career also in the Big Four about 25 to 30 years ago now, I think. But I spent the first 7 years of my career in the tax department of Ernst & Young, and then came home. That was in California, and I came home to be the CFO of a real estate development company before starting my own business. But kind of like what Mark said, I think I'm more interested in seeing how the tax policy can support, especially our small business community. I'm looking forward to serving with the rest of the commission. This is the first time I've been on a government commission, so looking forward to seeing how it operates.
Next, we have Jeffrey. You're still on mute, Jeffrey. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I had to check that. Hi, Jeff Uyoka. I'm an attorney. I just started my own law firm like a year ago, Wall Street Law. Prior to that, I was with Mancini, Welch and Geiger. I'm a land use attorney. For that, I worked for the county for 12 years, and I know it has nothing to do with state tax, but helped a lot with the real property tax. Familiar with that. As an attorney, I'm pretty familiar with conveyance tax issues and the various other transactional taxes that come up, but I often refer everyone to a CPA like you folks. So that's, I know, stay in my lane. So, but looking forward to seeing how the tax policy is shaped and molded and its effects also on development in general. So thank you.
Thank you. John?
Hi, everyone. My name's John Yasuda. I'm a practicing CPA. I've been doing this for a while too, over 20 years. Our firm does compliance. Well, I do compliance and controversy. I like to do a lot of controversy work. I look forward to working with all of you. Something new for me too, so we'll see how it goes. But looking forward to working with all of you.
Thank you. And Jonathan?
This is Jonathan White. I work for the Multi-State Tax Commission. Before that, I worked for the Hawaii Department of Tax in their rules office, which is really like a policy office at the department. As a tax attorney there, it's an office full of tax attorneys. And the reason I'm telling you that is it's the easiest way to explain what I do at my current job. We were helping to develop tax policy for the state in the rules office, and that's what I do at the Multi-State Tax Commission. It's the commission's kind of like a mini department of tax, except that we're trying to make tax policy across multiple states, so uniform and consistent tax policy. So I have a lot of tax policy experience, but that's about all I have. The other thing I wanted to mention is when I was still at the department with the last tax review commission, as a staff, I helped with that commission and helped them draft the report. So looking forward to working on the other side this time.
Well, thank you, Jonathan. We're lucky to have you as well. This is going to be a great commission. I look forward to working with all of you. Thank you so much for the introductions. I would like to move on to the next item on the agenda, which is public comment. So at this time, I want to let you all know that we have not received any written testimony. As indicated on the public notice and agenda, public may send mail written testimony to us or send an email to provide written testimony. We have not received anything at this point. The public may also provide oral testimony via the chat function or verbally here on Zoom. Alternatively, we have a courtesy terminal here at DOTAX that public may use if they do not have their own computer, and the instructions were provided in the public notice that we shared. I'll wait a minute or two just to see if in the chat or question and answer function, if there are any comments by the public regarding today's agenda items. And the other thing I should mention is that any public comments that are on issues that were not on the agenda will be considered for Commission's agenda at the next meeting. So let's give it a minute. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is Hawaii's legislature uses resolutions to influence the focus and deliverables of the Tax Review Commission. So these resolutions are not binding legal force, but they serve as strong legislative guidance on areas of priority and scope for the Commission's work. So these were shared before the meeting publicly. It was on the agenda. So I just want to briefly mention these. And it's up to the Commission to take them into advisement. So the section 232E-3 Hawaii Revised Statutes is the one that defines the duty of the Commission, and it says it's to conduct a systematic review of the state's tax structure using tax standards as equity and efficiency. So previous tax review commissions have focused on three key principles: equity, which means fairness in how taxes are shared; efficiency, which means keeping the tax system simple and low cost; and adequacy, which means making sure it raises enough money for government services. The House Concurrent Resolution 182 of the previous legislative session in 25 is the first resolution that we will look at, and it was jointly adopted by both the Senate and the House. In this resolution, the legislature is requesting that the Tax Review Commission consider certain goals as it works toward an equitable, efficient, and adequate tax policy. So, taking a look at these goals that they've identified, they want the goals to include looking at how federal tax rules affect Hawaii taxpayers and ensuring visitors and non-residents pay their fair share without burdening the residents. Next, the goals also include reviewing all tax credits and exemptions, comparing one-time and recurring revenue sources, and evaluating what drives revenue and how enforcement can be more effective. So these were shared with you, as I said. And the next resolution is from the 25 legislature again. This one is from the Senate, and it's asking the Commission to look at possible ways to put the Hawaii long-term care financing program into action. Just to be clear, I think indicate at the beginning, but just want to make sure it was indicated that we have quorum today. All 7 members are present. So thank you for being here and accommodating us. I know some of you are traveling, but thanks again for being here. So this resolution refers to Act 245, which was passed in 2002, which created the Hawaii Long-Term Care Financing Program. But the details, especially how to fund it, was never finalized. And in 2003, the legislature tried to move forward by passing a bill called the Long-Term Care Income Tax Credit for those buying those long-term care insurance, but the bill was vetoed at the time. So today, the legislature is asking the Tax Review Commission to revisit this issue and explore practical ways to implement this long-term care financing program. This includes considering an updated version of the long-term care income tax credit that was proposed back in 2003, as well as reviewing the findings from the early report that was called Financing Long-Term Care, which was prepared for the legislature by the Executive Office on Aging in '91. I was not able to locate this report itself, so I have reached out to the Executive Office of Aging to request it, and it will be shared with as part of the meeting materials on the TRC website when it's available. So it will be shared publicly. Finally, the Senate resolution is asking the Commission to prepare a report for the legislature no later than 20 days before the 26th session begins. Well, that would be earlier this month. This report should include the Commission's findings and recommendations, any proposed legislation, and details on possible ways to implement the long-term care financing program. So tying this to the section 232E-3, since the members have been just recently appointed as of last month, and one member this month, in practice, the Commission's report will be due not January 26th, but January 1st of 2027. So this means we would need to have the draft ready by November, hopefully, of this year. We'll talk about details. We will have a chair and vice chair elected today, hopefully. And so it will be up to them to determine how we proceed. Now, I just want to take a little brief moment to talk about the Sunshine Law, which is Hawaii's open meetings law that applies to this commission, just like any public boards. So the Sunshine Law itself is all about keeping the government open and transparent, and it makes sure the public has the right to know what's happening and encourages people to take part in the process. So we are getting guidance. We have a deputy from the Attorney General's office that is working with us, who graciously helped us to make sure the agenda that was prepared and posted in compliance with the Hawaii Sunshine Law. And she will be available to provide guidance and support as we move forward. Next, I just want to summarize the Sunshine Law requirements as it applies to the Commission. So first, the TRC members are not allowed to discuss board business outside of an official meeting. So that means there can be no side conversations by phone, email, or even on social media. So everything has to happen in the open during the meeting. Second, TRC can only consider matters that are listed on the published agenda. So if it's not on the agenda, we cannot take it up during the meeting. So this ensures the transparency and gives the public proper notice. Third, for the TRC to hold a meeting and make decisions, we need a quorum, which we have today. Quorum means at least 4 out of the 7 members. So without that, we cannot take any official action. Fourth, the agenda must be posted at least 6 calendar days before the meeting, which was done. This is a strict requirement, so the public has time to review what will be discussed. And fifth, the TRC must accept public testimony. Anyone who wants to speak on an agenda item has the right to do so, and we need to make sure that opportunity is available, as we have done today. And finally, every meeting must have minutes or a recording. This creates a clear record of what happened and keeps the process transparent. These rules are essential for maintaining public trust and complying with the law. So Rick, who provides administrative support, will be drafting the minutes, and it will be approved by the reviewed by me and then approved by the commission at their next meeting. So having said that, having all these restrictions, there are certain exceptions. So there are certain permitted interactions that governs the commission, just like any public board. So let's talk about those. So these are called permitted interactions. First, 2 board members can have a private conversation about board business as long as they do not commit to a vote or form a quorum. So quick discussions are okay, but no decision-making can be done. Second, small groups, fewer than a quorum, can be assigned to investigate a topic or negotiate on behalf of the board. But here's the catch. Their roles must be clearly defined in a public meeting, and any findings or decisions have to come back to the full board at a properly noticed meeting. Third, board members can privately discuss officer selection without reporting back. That's an exception built into the law. And finally, if a meeting is canceled because there wasn't a quorum, members who showed up can still receive testimony and presentations that were on the agenda, but they cannot deliberate or decide anything until a later public meeting. So the big takeaway from this is that these interactions are limited and structured to keep the process transparent while allowing boards to function efficiently. Now, let's cover informational meetings under the Sunshine Law. So 2 or more members, but less than a quorum, which is less than 4, 2 to 3, can attend informational meetings or presentations on topics related to board business. So this includes things like legislative hearings, community meetings, seminars, or conventions. The key rule is that the event cannot be organized specifically for or directed toward Tax Review Commission members. So while attending, members can participate in discussions, even with each other, as long as those discussions happen during the event and no one makes or seeks a commitment to vote on anything. Finally, at the next official board meeting, those members must report that they attended and share what was presented and discussed that related to the board business. So the bottom line is you can learn and discuss at these events, but decisions and commitments must wait for a public meeting. Now, here's this how the Sunshine Law handles legislative testimony when time is short. So if the board has already adopted a position on a legislative measure, and there isn't enough time to schedule a meeting before a deadline, the board can circulate draft testimony for review and written comments. So the key condition is transparency. So all drafts and related communications must be posted online within 48 hours of sending them to board members. So this option works best when the draft is prepared by a single member, maybe the chair or a staff, not by multiple members working on this together behind the scenes. So the bottom line is it's a way to meet tight deadlines while still keeping the process open to the public. And finally, the full membership of a board can meet to discuss board business with the governor. So this is one of the new sections that are added. The full commission can sit down with the governor to talk about anything. It does, however, have to be the governor, not the chief of staff. The full membership can also meet with the head of the department, so Director Gary Suganuma, to which this board is attached. However, this discussion is limited to minor administrative matters, which we sometimes call paperclip items, things like staffing decisions and purchases, budget and state funds, space allocation, and so on. So I'll be the liaison as the executive director, and so these can be handled outside of the public meeting forum. So sorry for the this was as short as it gets. There's actually way more detailed information at the Hawaii Office of Information Practices website. I provide the links here. You can click on them, or the whole URL is also listed. And this whole presentation will be posted in the meeting materials in the Tax Review Commission website. So the OIP has been the agency who is in charge of administering the Sunshine Law in Hawaii since 1998, and they have extensive training materials and videos for your reference. So I do invite you to take a look if you get a chance. So what are the available resources to the Commission? The first one is our office, the Tax Research and Planning Office. So we are the main office that will provide you with administrative and research support. You all have valuable time, and as uncompensated members, we are here to help you and make this commission function as best as it can. So what the Tax Research and Planning Office does in general, outside of helping the commission, is we do write tons of statistical reports based on tax data that is collected on a monthly and annual basis. We provide administrative and technical support also to another public board, which is Council on Revenues, to forecast the general fund of the state and to forecast the personal income of the state. Third, we conduct economic and statistical analysis that will help the department implement its policies and programs. And this comes also in conjunction with, we prepare reports directly for the legislature, where we evaluate the revenue impact of every piece of legislation that deals with taxes. So this is a very, very busy time of the year, actually, for us. The legislative season is just starting, but this is an important part of all the analysis, all the statistics that we prepare is in getting ready for providing support to the legislature as well. We also provide support and economic analysis for the Tax Review Commission, which, when it's in session, like right now, every 5 years. So in short, the TRP office is the department's research and analysis hub for tax and revenue policy. Now, what other resources are available? So the good news, the legislature has appropriated $200,000 to support the 2025-2027 commission, as the director mentioned. So there are certain details that goes into that, and we will be I'll be working with the Administrative Services Office here at DOTAX to get the details, and there are many requirements and public procurement rules and so on and so forth. So the commission eventually may utilize these funds to commission research and hire consultants. So I'll be talking about that. But depending on the size of the contract, there are various different procurement rules, and these can be on the agenda in future meetings. Now, to give you an idea, in 2022, as I mentioned, as Jonathan mentioned himself, he was a rules specialist here at DOTAX. He was actually the person who did write the final the Tax Review Commission report. I was an economist at the time here at Tax Research and Planning, so which was my role for about 7 years prior to becoming the manager earlier last month. So I was the main research person who did who provided all the data. We deal with a lot of confidential data, and we do a lot of in-house analysis. So the commission also sponsored a study by UH professors on Hawaii carbon pricing. So they had some recommendations about taxes, carbon taxes, environmental taxes. The previous Tax Review Commission, 2015-2017, hired a consulting group called PFM Group Consulting. So they provided a systematic review of the state's tax structure with a certain emphasis on trying to answer 3 questions that are listed here. So this was, again, the underlying data and the research was provided by our office, the Tax Research and Planning, but the actual comprehensive study and preparing a report that went into the appendix of the Tax Review Commission report was prepared by this consulting agency. Similarly, the same group, the PFM Group Consulting, was hired also by the 2010-2012 Tax Review Commission. So this time they answered 2 different questions while performing a systematic review of the state's tax structure. Now, I want to point to, again, all of these reports, all these appendices, all these consulting reports, the minutes of the meetings, videos of the meetings, if they're available, any meeting materials that were shared are all posted on the Tax Review Commission webpage. The URL is here. You can click on this, or the open URL is right here as well. So I do invite you. I mean, this is, I know, a really large amount of materials. So hopefully I can provide enough support to the commission to provide an overview, maybe give general summary. I will have some proposals about what I can present and how I can assist the commission. The other thing I want to point out is that if you go to the DOTAX website, tax.hawaii.gov, under the tab labeled Reports and Data, we have access to annual reports that my office prepares. There are several things that might be of concern. For instance, we have a detailed report on tax credits, Hawaii individual income tax statistics, general excise taxes. So this will be, again, a valuable resource, and we do borrow from this data and research to assist the commission. So as I mentioned, I have a few suggestions to get the commission started. It's up to the commission to decide how they want to proceed. We have, as I mentioned, about under a year to come up for the commission to come up with their reports and suggestions and analysis. So to get the things started, these are some of the proposals I have. These are topics that I can make presentations on. One thing that I would suggest is maybe giving a general overview of the Hawaii tax system. That's been the common theme that's in the that is defined in the duties for the commission itself. I can also talk about the recent trends in state's tax revenue collections and its forecast. The other thing I can do is maybe give a summary of the recommendations that were made by past tax review commissions, kind of see what if any of these were implemented, were there any legislation that passed in response to these? So kind of provide, again, background and information for the commission. The next thing will be more after the commission decides how they want to analyze things and what they want to focus on. I may be available to provide further detailed information about Hawaii's major tax types. These can be presentations, like 4 different presentations if needed, depending on what the commission wants to focus on. Tax credits, GET exemptions, again, different items that I can talk about. I've been involved in writing annual reports about each one of these. So I'll be happy to put together presentations in informational nature for the commission. So this does conclude my presentation at this point. Thank you for bearing with me. And what is next on the agenda is actually election of chair and vice chair of the commission. So once the chair is determined, they can take charge and determine how things will be going forward, and the commission may decide about it as well.
Dr. Karakavoli,
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah, so just to introduce, Cynthia Johiro is the Deputy Attorney General that is assisting us in making sure the commission is getting the guidance they need. Yes, Cynthia, you have any comments?
Can you go can you ask each member if they have anyone in the room with them? That's one of the sunshine requirements. Can we go and have each member tell us if they have any other person in the room with them? So if Miss Chalk would start.
Yeah, no, I don't have anyone.
I do not have anyone with me.
Okay, thank you.
No, I do not have anybody here.
Thank you.
I don't have anyone aside from my dog.
Okay, thank you.
I'm alone in my office.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Yasuda.
No one's here, just me.
Okay, thank you. And then Mr. White.
All alone.
Okay, thanks. Thank you. Sorry.
No, thank you, Cynthia. Yes. Yeah, I mean, the one thing that I maybe forgot to mention, I'm new in this role. This is the first time I'm running the assisting in this role, the Tax Review Commission. I was involved in the research and other aspects last time around, but bear with me. So I'm grateful that we have the support we need. Thanks, Cynthia. So next on the agenda, as I said, are there any nominations for, I leave it up to the commission to take it from here. So thank you.
Sorry, Jonathan. I don't know you at all, but sounds like you did the last one. So would you mind being our chair?
So you nominate Jeffrey, Jonathan?
So Mr. Ueoka, is that right? Mr. Ueoka is nominating Mr. White as the chairman. Is
Are
there
any nominations?
Yeah, are there any other nominations? I think we need a motion, Doctor.
Just a bit of discussion first, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
If there's
wanna,
anybody, I mean, I was, the reasoning is sound, I guess. I helped write the last report. But I guess stop me if I'm not meant to say these kinds of things, or Cynthia, whatever. But if somebody has a strong opinion about where this should go or something, I have a few things, but I don't have. I'm not the guy that came here prepared to drive this thing forward. But if somebody has a vision, I think that's an appropriate chair. If you're looking for a what's it called, a game manager, a Trent Dilfer type, if you watch football, then maybe I can.
You won a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, you did.
The logic sounds good to me. I don't have any background on the process either, so I think we can support you.
any other nominations? If not, we need a motion from one of the commission members.
I'll move. I'll move.
Okay, move to nominate
Move to nominate
Mr. White.
Yes.
Can I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Thank you. Can we have a showing of hands of the vote?
I'm good.
I don't know, Mr. White, I think you're nominated as a chair. Okay, Mr. I mean, Doctor, I don't know if you want to go ahead and talk about nominating a vice chair.
So just Cynthia, so
Mhm.
it's unanimously approved that Mr. White will be the chair.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Right.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
I mean, the reason I'm hesitating and holding back is it's all up to the commission to run the meeting. I'm here to assist, but just to be sure, I am in no shape or form involved in any of the decision making or in any of the other ways that the commission runs. So
I
I'm just
guess,
here to
yeah.
support.
Just I'm doing that today because just to let the commission members
I do
know
appreciate that. Yeah.
that we need this is what's called Robert's Rule of Order, and then there's some rules about having a meeting and the way we do the meeting. And also I forgot to I think everybody introduced themselves, but can we just have a roll call for of the members who are present? So I'm going to read the names and then just say that you're present. Miss Chalk.
I'm present.
Thank you. Miss Ines.
Present.
Thank you. Mr. Fukunaga.
I'm here.
Thank you. Miss Katakura.
Present.
Thank you. Mr. Ueoka.
Present.
Thank you. Mr. Yasuda.
Present.
Thank you. Mr. White.
Here.
Thank you. I'm sorry, members. The reason why I'm doing this is just to make sure that we're following all these rules that come out of this little book. It's called Robert's Rules of Order. And I won't do this again. We'll have the chairman of the commission run the meeting, but just for now, I'm assisting the doctor in just the order and way to run a meeting, just so that we don't get into any problems with someone who might see the video or read the transcript and say that the commission didn't hold the meeting as the rules are
Right.
required. So
Cool. Thanks,
that's
Cynthia.
why. Thank you.
Awesome.
So Doctor, I mean, now that we have, the commission has elected a chair, Mr. Chairman, do you want to take up the subject discussion of electing a vice chair? I'll leave the rest of it to you. Thank you.
Sure. I can't remember last time if we had a vice chair. Is it customary, Baybars, to have a
Yes.
vice chair? All right.
Yes.
Well, yes, then we're gonna select the vice chair some kind of way. So nominations for vice chair. Chair has a meeting in 12 minutes, so we gotta get this done. Chair has started referring to himself as chair.
Would
I
anyone
volun-
be,
I mean, I volunteer if nobody, nominate.
Okay. Can we have a motion, Chairman? Can someone do a motion?
Move for member Chalk
Okay,
as vice chair.
okay, thank you. We have someone second?
second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. And then, Chairman, can we have, can you put it to a vote with, people, showing their hands to indicate that they agree?
Yeah, show of hands for Judith Chalk as the vice chair of Tax Review Commission. All right, thanks. That was
Thank you, Chair.
unanimous.
Perfect. So next on the agenda is scheduling of the next meeting. So just to give you some idea, last time in 2020, 2022, Tax Review Commission started more like September of the previous year. So we're kind of coming late in the game. So what we were doing at the time was having monthly meetings, and then we, as we moved into the new year, we made it every 2 weeks. So I don't have a specific preference, but my recommendation would be maybe to start more frequent meetings, and maybe every 2 weeks, if that is feasible for each one of you. But we'll be able to support you if you decide every 2 weeks or once every month. It's up to you.
All right. Can I ask you this, Baybars? Is
Yeah.
the agenda for the next meeting, whenever that is that's on this agenda? You
The
presented-
agenda for next meeting is not determined at this
or,
point.
well, potential topics for the next meeting.
Potential topics, I did offer some suggestions. I can make a
Right.
presentation. Again, that's informational in nature. It's not board business. But if you agree, if the members I can share the screen one more time. If that's something that you would be interested in, I'm more than happy to.
Well, just as important as scheduling the next meeting is kind of
Yes.
coming to a consensus of what we're going to do at that next meeting.
Yeah. Yeah.
For now, my preference is maybe meet around a month from now if we can, and not try to meet 2 weeks from now. That's based on my own schedule, sure, but it's also based on the department. I know what they've got going on right now, so we can wait on moving to accelerating to 2 weeks till a little
Okay.
bit later in the year. Is there consensus for that?
I think if we can do, yeah, a month from now is good, but if we can have like the greater frequencies outside of the tax season, if possible. I think there's a few tax people on
Right.
board,
Good
and
point. Thank you.
then yeah, as long as during that time, maybe it's once a month, and then maybe post 4/15, we can bump it up, and then before the 9/15, 10/15 gets running, we'll slow it back down.
That's a very good suggestion.
Is it possible to distribute reading materials earlier on? Or how does that work with the sunshine rules and the agenda?
Cynthia, do you want to comment about that? Deputy.
Yeah, I think what we discussed is that we try to put non-confidential or public materials on the Tax Review Commission website, right, Doctor? And
Yes.
For instance, the sunshine materials that Doctor used in his presentation or alluded to or referred to, were those posted on the website? I don't remember. I
I
don't
didn't
think
post
so.
them because there's
Too
so many
long,
of
yeah.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I gave the links instead.
Right.
I mean, I tried to keep it as brief as possible, but it's hours and hours of materials.
For
And-
instance,
yeah.
if Doctor is right, if you look at his links in the slides, did we say we're gonna post your slides too?
Yes. So
Yes, we're
definitely
gonna
the
post
slides
the
will be posted.
slides.
Yes.
So after the meeting, Doctor will post the slides and then you can see the links that he so conveniently provided. I agree with him. The materials are very voluminous, and so it would be better if the members of the commission just go to the links for now. And what I did was there's a training portion of the Sunshine Law on the OIP website, and there's a transcript of seminar they put on, and you can always read that instead of watching the seminar. I mean, there's various ways, and there's quick update, more condensed materials available too on that website. So as far as Sunshine Law is concerned, if that is the topic that Doctor discussed today, and that's why he will make the slides available on the website. As depending on what you choose to discuss in the next meeting, Doctor can provide materials on the website or in the packet that goes to the board members.
Okay,
So, yeah.
That's helpful. I mean, what I was specifically wondering about were I think the three topics, Baybars, that you highlighted in terms of the overview, past history, to the extent that's, can be put together in a PowerPoint that could be distributed early. I think that'd be helpful for everybody.
Yes. So yeah, next time around, once you decide, since this was the first meeting, I decided not to put anything substantive, but for future meetings, I will make sure that it's provided to you and to the public at least 3 days prior to the meeting. So I'll put together the slides in advance if I know on what topic you would like a presentation on. Yes.
So
Chair.
you can there's under the Sunshine Law, you can Doctor can prepare a packet to give to the members, but it also has to be shared with the public. So I guess what Doctor is saying, that if you decide what topics you would like him to prepare in advance, he can gather materials and provide a packet to each commission member and put it on the website.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
Doctor?
That is
Yes.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Hey, Chair, if I may, a quick one.
Please.
I think we have a charge from the state ledge, and one of them was that long-term care, and you said it was a 1991 report. Is it possible that when you do inquire about that, could you ask for an update? I have to imagine anything that was done in 1991 is stale at this point.
Yes.
So yeah, it may not even be worth well, it's good for history, but I don't know how useful it'll be today. So thank you.
I did check their website. It seems like they did testify to the ledge like even last year. So there is a 2025 report. So yeah, it's all public. We can definitely share that. I reached out to them just to be sure that maybe that's 1991 will had something very specific that that is not covered later. I don't know why they referred to 1991. Yeah, it's again up to the commission to take it into advisement. Those kinds of materials will definitely be shared. But I don't want to send 20 documents and kind of bury you under documents. So if I can keep it as concise as possible, kind of weed through the noise,
All right.
that would be my job in assisting you.
All right, we're running out of time for me. Do we
Yes.
have to schedule the meeting at this meeting, or can we schedule the next meeting the way we scheduled this meeting?
I think
do it.
we can also do a doodle poll as that's fine. Ideally, if we can have maybe a kind of a regularity to it, in the sense like
Mhm.
is this time of the day, maybe earlier, maybe 1 p.m. On a Wednesday, Thursday, like is there some regular time like that that can work for everyone if while we have everyone here? I know we're running out of time, but
I'm good with this 2 o'clock time.
2 o'clock is good.
I'm good with this time too, but I'm going to be leaving on a trip out of the country on the 19th of February through the end of the month.
Mhm.
So if we can possibly do it before then, that would be my preference.
Right. So I can get back for a meeting on the 16th. That's a Monday. So that's
February 16 is a holiday, President's Day.
okay. So that would be 17th and 18th, it looks like.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with either at 2.
I'm okay with either.
I would prefer the 17th, but I can make the 18th work too.
Okay, we'll go with the 17th then.
17th at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And I guess real quick, maybe some consensus for the next topics. I think the general overview of Hawaii's tax system. I've seen it before last time.
I agree, though. I think it
helpful.
would help. Just give us a
Right.
starting point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
right. So Baybar's focus on that, and then
Okay.
if you get it, I'm saying this for consensus from y'all. I'm saying
Yes.
Baybar's focus on general overview.
Okay.
Get that together and get it to the members even before the
Okay.
meeting.
Yes.
As Mark and a couple others mentioned.
Sounds like a plan.
So I have a question. How long is the board member meeting every month? How long, like a duration of the meeting? Is there any specific time frame? I mean, like from 2 to 4 or 2 to 3, 1 hour, 2 hours?
Typically, it's been about 2 hours, up to 2 hours in the past. This is just introduction today, so it's going to be brief.
Right.
But Jonathan, do you have any comments about
I
that?
remember the meetings lasting about an hour, and then they started to accelerate as we accelerated the frequency.
Right. Right.
And that's going to
I think
happen
they got
with this,
shorter.
with
Yeah.
this group. I mean, this is they started well before this last time.
Is there anything in particular that we should do to prepare for the next meeting? Or just prepare to hear the overview?
Yeah, review the overview and Baybars gets it, and think about your priorities, and think about potential for contracting, like consulting contracting and stuff like that. Last time they had an expert, somebody from UH. Previous to that, as Baybar said, they had somebody from a PFM group, somebody like a bigger consulting company on the mainland. So there's a lot of options. We'll start to think about that because that takes time.
Right. Exactly. It's public procurement, so there are a lot of rules and regulations regarding that. But yeah, it would be good to kind of think about whether the commission wants to hire consultants, so we can get the initial steps going forward, and I can get the information you need. Yeah.
All right. Well, to me, we've got some setup for next time. So
yes.
Cynthia, do I have to ask for a motion to adjourn, or do we just adjourn?
I think, yeah, you just let them know that what time the meeting is adjourned, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, so I'm looking at see 3:02 Hawaii time.
Okay.
The
Thank
meeting is
you.
adjourned. First meeting of the Tax Review Commission. Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.